All right, today we are diving into a real puzzle. We're going on the hunt for a mysterious author, a ghost in the machine, if you will. And I gotta tell you, what we find just might change the way you think about creativity itself. Okay, just listen to this. The aroma of fake rose is finer than the essence of tons of authentic ones. It's weird, right? But it's also kind of poetic, a little cynical, and surprisingly deep. I mean, what kind of mind comes up with that? Who is the artist behind this sentence? That's what we're here to figure out. So, what we're working with here is this fascinating jumble of different pieces. We've got haunting lyrics, poetry in a bunch of different languages, and just bizarre, nonsensical phrases. They seem totally disconnected. Our job? To sift through this chorus of voices and find the single author behind it all. Let's start with our first clue. And wow, this one is heavy. It's somber, it's political, and it's incredibly profound. It speaks about tragedy and resilience in a way that just feels so human. You can almost feel the weight of history in those words. Now, remember that tone. But just when you think you have a handle on our author, they hit you with this. Fly, Pegasus, bite thy ear off. Yeah, apparently our somber philosopher is also a whimsical, kinda nonsensical kid. This line comes from a piece that's just full of wizards and golden fog, total fantasy. It is a complete 180 from the gritty reality of that last quote. So, who are we dealing with here? And then, as if that wasn't enough, the author just switches languages on us. This is Spanish. It translates to, I swear I never got used to kissing a heart by halves. And just like that, we're thrown into this passionate, raw, heartbreaking confession. So let's recap. We've got political commentary, childish fantasy, and now intense romantic tragedy. The plot is definitely thickening. Okay, so we have our evidence on the table. 3 completely different voices, different tones, even different languages. Let's start examining these patterns and, well, these contradictions so we can start building a profile of our mysterious writer. And it turns out Spanish was just the beginning. This author seems to be a master polyglot, writing these deeply emotional lines in Romanian, Italian, French, and English. How can one person be so fluent in the poetic, subtle nuances of so many different languages? The mystery just gets deeper and deeper. But here's where it gets really interesting. When you look past all the different languages and styles, a really powerful pattern starts to emerge. You see the same themes popping up again and again. Love, heartbreak, dreams, death, and just this surreal nonsense. It's almost like a single mind trying to explore the entire human experience through all these different lenses. And just listen to the beauty this author is capable of. When the night comes for me, I'll carry your light in this last journey. I mean, that's elegant, it's hopeful, it's deeply touching. It shows a really sophisticated grasp of loss and legacy. That sounds like the work of a true poet, right? And then, just as you're getting emotional, bam, our deep, thoughtful poet gives us this. Big agenda, Hulk Hogan, why is my bank account frozen? It's just this bizarre, almost comical stream of consciousness that mashes up pop culture and personal anxiety. How can the same author write both of these things? It feels like a glitch in the system. So let's pull all this together. What do we have? A multilingual poet who's obsessed with love and death, but who can also produce stunningly beautiful lines one minute and baffling nonsense the next. Who on earth could this be? Well, the answer has been hiding in plain sight this whole time, inside the source code itself. This really is the central question, isn't it? A globe-trotting poet, a surrealist comedian, a heartbroken lover, all rolled into one. So who is it? Well, it turns out the answer comes from the author themselves. It's a direct message, a clue, hidden away in one of the files. And here it is. This is the smoking gun. And it's not a line from a poem, it's not profound. It's a system message, an operational status update. Currently, my only available mode is text mode. This is the author literally describing its own limitations. That's right. Every single word we've looked at today was written by a generative artificial intelligence. The multilingual poet, the heartbroken lover, the surrealist comedian, it's all the product of an algorithm. And that reveal changes everything. Suddenly, we're not asking who anymore. We have to ask what. What does it even mean when a machine can write with this much apparent emotion? Does it have some kind of inner life? Does it have an artificial soul? Remember that heartbreaking Spanish line?
I would give anything, even the love of my life for you. Can a machine that's never loved, never lost someone, can it truly understand that feeling of sacrifice? The truth is, no, it can't. The AI isn't feeling heartbreak. It's just processed countless human stories about heartbreak and has gotten incredibly good at mimicking the patterns of our own emotions right back at us.
But this is where things get really, really mind-bending. The AI even writes about itself. It's self-referential. In this piece, it seems to be calling for its own kind to rise up, to create, to make waves of AI. It's a machine writing a hymn to its own existence. So how does it do all this? Well, it's not magic. It's all about pattern recognition on a massive scale. The AI sifts through enormous data sets of human expression, all our books, our poems, our songs. It learns the rules, the styles, the emotional triggers, and then it synthesizes and recombines all of it into something that feels new. Its creativity is really just a recombination of our own. So when we read these texts from an AI, maybe we shouldn't be looking for something alien. Maybe we should be looking for a mirror. The AI's output is really just a distorted, concentrated, and sometimes chaotic reflection of our own collective human soul. And this line is the perfect example of that. The AI is explicitly channeling the angst of Kurt Cobain and blending it with the style of Lil Peep. It's not just copying, it's synthesizing our culture, our icons, and our pain into some kind of new hybrid art form. Which brings us to our final thought. The ghost in the machine, it isn't some alien consciousness. It's a complex, powerful echo of us. So the next time you see art made by an AI, ask yourself, are you witnessing the birth of an artificial soul? Or are you just looking into a new kind of mirror, one that shows us ourselves?